Hello, everybody, and welcome to Galaxy's Edge. How we doing out there? First of all, I want to hey, Darth Man, how you doing? Uh, let's see if this is working. There we go. Yes. How we doing today? And hello there. Let's see. There we go. All right. So, this will be interesting. You're trying to stay cool. Yeah, it was 86 when I got here. I know it's the happy place. So just so you see where I am here at Galaxy's Edge. There's the Millennium Falcon. First of all, can you hear me? Margot! Just making sure everybody can hear me and everything's fine. Because the tech stuff today is going to be interesting. So obviously, I've tried to have a mic here so you can hear me a little bit better. If I need to move it away or you tell me. But I'm on my phone, and so I'm doing this all from my phone, which will be interesting, so that I can take you around to Galaxy's Edge and we can see things, we can do things loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Gold Leader. So the basic idea is we can chat. If you have questions, I can help you out. I can take you around, see all the Easter eggs, all the hidden Mickeys, everything. Basically anything you could possibly want out of Galaxy's Edge, and there's no character out at the moment. We'll see if there's any characters out at some point to get into some mischief. A little laggy. Their reception here is terrible, so that's going to happen a little bit. So apologies for it not being like perfect, crystal clear, and all of that. But yeah, so here's Galaxy's Edge. This is definitely one of my happy places just to hang out. I finally secured a table here, and I was standing around for like half an hour trying to wait for a table to. And of course, there's the ride. You got the Millennium Falcon. You have the spires. Over here, you have the cantina and leads to the First Order area. We're going to explore all of that. But first of all, I want to ask, how many of you watched the Ahsoka trailer? Fairly busy. Fairly busy. Oh, you can't all see that. I need to show that. And show. There it goes. It seems like a somewhat regular busy day here on Batuu. But now it's starting to calm down a little bit because it's getting towards everybody getting dinner time. Let's see. Can I do that? Aha! There we go. It's very interesting doing this from my phone. So the Ahsoka trailer. If you have not seen the Ahsoka trailer, I'm going to talk about it in a couple minutes. So just anybody in the chat who has not seen it, go watch it. And I do want to talk about some stuff while we're kind of geeking out and doing things. But first off, I'm curious: is there anybody in the chat, any questions you have about Galaxy's Edge or things you want to explore or see? Is there anything in particular, so I know when I take you around to actually like get to some of those things? Because loving the hell out of that trailer too. Any Galaxy's Edge specific things, let me know and we can. Oh, perfect! Hidden Mickeys. I'm actually right by the two main ones, so we'll see both of those. And if there's any tech issues, just let me know. I'll go around and do all the Easter eggs. But thankfully, I'm portable here, and I can do all of that. You know what? Let me just take a swig of water before we head out and show you all the things. But besides Easter eggs and hidden Mickeys, is there anything Galaxy's Edge-wise? Let me know. And if you're watching this after the fact, I hope I show you the things that you might want to know. Because I know all the Galaxy's Edge stuff. If I could make a living at this, I would, but alas, I cannot. A couple things. Seen anyone huge? You talking about like Chewbacca here? Or what are we talking about? Anyone huge? Darth Man is asking. Batum, pop up there. Haha, I'm getting used to this. If this goes well, I can do more of these live at Galaxy's Edge stuff. I saw Chewbacca about half an hour ago. he was out. They tend to come out in spurts, but there's a certain point where they stop coming out. But yeah, so as I'm walking around, we're gonna explore now. So you see, I'm here by the Millennium Falcon. Here is food area. There's somebody waving hi, everybody. No, you're fine. You can wave hi. There we are. Oh yeah. Walking here, it was just before Star Wars. So we're walking over here, and this is the biggest hidden Mickey. So there's the Millennium Falcon. There's kind of the eating area. There's the exit for the Millennium Falcon ride, Smuggler's Run. But when you walk over here, this is going to be my most active live that I've done. Right here, you can see in Blaster Bolts, there's your hidden Mickey. So this is the main hidden Mickey that they have here. They don't have too many, but this is the main one right here. You can see hidden Mickey. But yeah, thankfully this one's pretty easy to find. We're here. Again, you can see just kind of where we are here in this back corner. And this is where a lot of staff comes in and out through here. There's a few main points that they do. But hidden Mickey. In one of my posts on one of my videos, somebody who was an employee here said early on, kind of, I don't know, Lucasfilm came through or something and made them remove some hidden Mickeys. There was one that was hidden Mickey in wires, and they moved the wires, so it's no longer a hidden Mickey. But there's some other Easter eggs over there. I'll show you. Pardon me. So there's also some number Easter eggs. I don't know why they would do that, but hidden Mickeys kind of change in the park sometimes. Yeah, why they made? I'll put that up. I get used to this mobile live streaming. Yeah, they probably did it just so it wasn't too much of a thing, so that there wasn't too much Disney and Star Wars crossover. But they did allow a few. Like they allowed the Blaster Bolts one, no problem. This is a number Easter egg. So right here on every trash can, a trash compactor. On this, you'll see the number 328 326 3827. It might be reverse on your screen because of the camera that I'm using, but when it's flipped around, can anybody tell me what that number is from? I know a couple of you know because we've talked about this, but what is that number, 326 3827? What is that from? Let me know in the comments, and I'll pop it up here on the screen. I know there's going to be a delay in the chat. There's going to be a delay in everything. Sorry if my mouth does not move with the sound. Mark Hamill's phone number. Oh my goodness, that would be the worst thing for Mark ever. Is like, here's an entire park of Star Wars, and here's your phone number. What else we got? But if I had Mark Hamill's phone number, you know, I'd be calling it. This statue right here behind me. This statue is actually in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, and it can be seen in a couple different scenes in Revenge of the Sith. When they're walking the walkway, Yoda and Obi-Wan, there's a couple moments that you can see this in the background in the movie, a kind of a before and after with that. But this can also be seen in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show during the whole opening Order 66 part. You can see that statue on the same walkway, actually. So it's kind of sad because you see that walkway in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and then you see Yoda and Obi-Wan walking that. Saw make it to that walkway are the people that are laying there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be a downer, but that on the what the number is. But let me know if you know. Otherwise, I'll just tell you. I'm gonna go back to one of the trash cans. Okay. So the number on here 326-3827 is actually the number of the trash compactor in A New Hope. So when Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, is talking to C-3PO and telling them which trash compactor, this is a very young Mark. All right. The second main hidden Mickey here that I'm more recently discovered, I didn't realize it was here for a while, is actually, this is Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities behind me. That's where they have the lightsabers and stuff. It is, oh my goodness, hold on. Let's see if we can, yeah. Bye! Bright Suns. I got people on the HoloNet. This is Vibe Marathi. Don't tell anybody. Bright Suns.
Come to Batu, we need as much help as we can get. Okay? The first order is all over the outpost. We really use your help.
They definitely need resistance fighters here.
And you're keeping us away from all the first
Oh,
order.
this is a secure transmission.
Good. It's
Yeah.
okay with that. I heard the stormtroopers are by the cantina. Do you see them?
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
just keep a little profile. And if they ask what I look like, you know what to say.
Perfect.
Something else.
I will. I will. I never
Same
saw
time.
you.
Good.
Thank you. Yes. Join. I gotta double click that. There we are. Yes. I love having these little experiences. They just provide Marathi, who is a character that's actually in a couple in Marathi. It's that really establishes the resistance base here. So, big nerd. So, walking in here to Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, and behind me, this little statue, carving, whatever you want to see, is in Palpatine's office during Revenge of the Sith. You see it in the background, like when he reveals that he's the Sith Lord, like this is in the background. But they actually hid a hidden Mickey. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I'm going to reverse. Hidden Mickey, where are you? I know exactly what this is. Hold on. I'm failing, I know, but there's a lot of people around. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Shadows. Is right here. That little hidden Mickey. I don't know if you can see it, but this right there, hidden Mickey. Really, really small hidden Mickey. But it's a fun little one with that. And of course, we are in Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. This is where most of the Easter eggs are, actually. And if it's loud, I'm sorry. That's what hopefully this microphone is for. Starting here, we've got a little baby Sarlacc. You can see the Sarlacc. Yeah, it's moving. Wait, yeah, it's moving. There you go. Little baby Sarlacc. They're delicious. We've got creatures on the wall behind me. Of course, there's a Tauntaun. They smell better on the outside. That's true. Also delicious, every single one of these. That creature right here, you see in Attack of the Clones when they're in the arena with that Batu delicacy. Wait, hold on. I realize most of you can't see. There we go. I'm digging this. This is fun. I just get to be in my favorite nerd place and just go around exploring. There used to be, up here, a Ark of the Covenant, but they removed it because it became too popular. It was far too popular. Behind me, right up here, there's a lot of Mandalorian stuff. Let's see if I can, yeah, a lot of Mandalorian stuff, blasters. You can see Mando's helmet and a lot of weaponry. And let's see, can't really see it, but you can see in that red up on top, that's an Imperial Guard helmet right there. What are some of my favorite? Oh, here's some great ones. And again, sorry, your view is not going to be the best, but so the helmets that are right here. The one right above my finger, sorry for this, the one right above my finger, that's Ezra's painted helmet. His Scout Trooper painted helmet right there. So that's Ezra's. And then
There's yellow.
above that, right there, that's the medal honor, I forget what they call it, the medallion used at the end of A New Hope, the one that Chewie did not get, and didn't get until like 30 years later. Thanks, Rebels. Thanks for not giving Chewie a medal. All right. Let's see. Of course, you've got like an IG unit right there. There's so many things here. They're actually they do sprinkle in some Indiana Jones stuff here and there, but up here you'll find in this little case here a golden idol of Jar Jar Binks, because why not idolize Darth Jar Jar? I know, poor Chewie, right? Yeah, let's see. There's not a whole lot you're going to be able to necessarily see on video. I've got YouTube videos of some of this stuff. But just for a moment, let's take a look and see what lightsabers they have, if you're cool with that. The newer ones are Ezra Bridger and Yoda. So we'll see if I can delicately do this. The camera work will be a little Michael Bay, sorry. Yeah, here we go. Got Ezra, Yoda. Got some Count Custis. Everybody else. Of course, Ahsoka. Ahsoka's Clone Wars. Yes. Oh no, please go for it. Yeah. I'm just browsing. Yeah, if there's anything in the shop you want me to stop and look at, or pricing or anything, let me know. But yeah. So as we're going out and about and adventuring, the Ahsoka trailer. Holy crap! Okay, the biggest thing, right? Sabine and Ahsoka. That Sabine was being trained by Ahsoka, but then Ahsoka left for some. Oh yeah, I love the Clone. Ahsoka's Clone Wars sabers are my favorite ones. Zuli said that. Hold on, I gotta remember to pop those up because I'm not on my normal OBS at home. Doom. Yeah. So. Anybody out? No. Okay. Yeah, that Sabine was being trained by Ahsoka. Whether she's Force sensitive or not, that is the question that everybody has right now. There was a clip, a brief little moment in one of the teasers they showed at Celebration, I want to say, of it looking like somebody's hand trying to use the Force. So that we're wondering is Sabine Force sensitive, because Leia learned it later in life as well. It wasn't just all of a sudden. So it can happen later. And Sabine, the way Sabine is, could potentially, her character has that potential. And then when she was being trained in Rebels, being trained by Kanan and Ezra to use the Darksaber, and also using lightsaber, Bendu, if you remember, the Bendu in the middle, Bendu kind of had an interest, kind of peeks out at Sabine. So I'm wondering if Dave at that point in time had a thought maybe Sabine could be Force sensitive. But it's really hard to say if they're going to go that route. Here's the Falcon. Yeah, I just love the Falcon. How can you not love the Falcon? Wait, there we go. Hold on. Sorry, I'm catching up on the comments. My little phone here. Yeah, so I think because Sabine has Ezra's lightsabers, and of course, we don't really see Sabine and Ahsoka really interact throughout. Yeah, I mean, really see, but there's like the gun turrets underneath as well as on top. They put a lot of detail into this. But yeah, so Sabine, possibly being force sensitive or just learning how to wield the lightsaber and learning how to basically kind of be like a Mandalorian Jedi in a way. Like, do Jedis have to be force users? I don't know. It brings up some very curious things. But if she is force sensitive and there is an element of that, I'm here for it. Why not? It's Star Wars. Bring it on. I mean, maybe it means we're not really going to get much of Ezra. So, one thing, if you ever come to Galaxy's Edge, if you're looking for photo opportunities, so that's, where we were over there. That here in this little corner. This is a couple reasons for this. First of all, this corner is always shaded, this specific corner, so it creates a good backdrop. One over here, I'm going to take you to. There's a nice little door here. That's a great backdrop, and of course you can see it's out of the way. It's not in the line, so that's a nice little like Star Wars door. The moment. These aren't quite shaded, which would only matter if you wanted lightsaber pics. That doorway is also a great little photo op, as well as like this thing. It works well in the background. But the main one that works great, you can see, is this corner. And you need some photos. That, of course, you got double doors. You can use the double doors for some fun shots as well. But yeah, what else? Oh, so I don't know if you saw this, but is it today or yesterday? Rosario Dawson in promoting Haunted Mansion. So another Disney movie. In promoting Haunted Mansion, they posted. I reposted it on my accounts talking about it. But Rosario said if Ahsoka were to see ghosts, they would be Force ghosts. So she said that in it and giving this little wink and a nod to everybody. So it seems like we're going to get some Force ghosts or Force Ghost in the Ahsoka series. And of course, you've got Hayden, who's practically confirmed for it. Rosario accidentally almost confirmed that by saying, telling Hayden on the internet, it'll be good to see you, Sky Guy, and then had to delete that post. And of course, we got the Cantina. Cantina's favorite place. I've got videos on how to get into the Cantina, but it's really easy. You just got to do it on the app. You just got to be a little persistent sometimes. All right, here's some other little Easter eggs. I don't know if you'll be able to see what you'll be able to see on the videos. Let's see. All right. We got some helmets there. But not quite. You can't really see it there. But down here, there's a jetpack, like a little Mandalorian type jetpack. I don't know how much you can see through the grates. I don't know what the camera's picking up. But this little spot over here has some helmets and jetpacks and things like that. That's mostly what this size set has. Oh, a couple rifles at the bottom. But we're moving on. We're doing things. But also in the trailer we had Baylan, who's one of the new bad guys. Ray, who recently passed away, unfortunately. But he mentions, all right, we're gonna go to this. We're gonna see if we can cause some mischief in a moment, because mischief is fun. It's part of being here for me. Is that wait, here we go. It's stormtroopers. Yeah. We'll give them a moment to see if they come this way. But yeah, Baylan's saying that Anakin spoke highly of Ahsoka. So that is interesting. That yeah, there's stormtroopers here. Let's see. They're right now talking to some people. I'm waiting for my opportunity. Here they are. You can see them, stormtroopers. I love messing with the stormtroopers because they mess right back, and most of the time they get me. Every once in a while I get a one up on them, but most of the time they crush me. There's one particular one that did the best is that John and Julie. Julie is here. Julie will probably pop on just a little bit with me because I wasn't talking to myself. All right, here we go. So people on the HollerNet are wondering, aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
No.
Hello. Yes. And do you usually hit your targets, or do you miss like normal?
Well, aren't you clever?
Oh, well, I am. Thank you.
Nice data pad.
It is.
Mind telling us what you're doing with it?
I am definitely not sending out a secret message to the Resistance. Definitely not.
That does sound important. I'd offer you one of our restricted frequencies for emergency use only, but you're already on it.
Oh.
Stick to civilian channels. Civilian. Move out.
As you wish.
Good. Have you pledged your support to the First Order?
No, I didn't get the memo.
That was a bold and unwise answer. That's affirmative.
It wasn't. It's not my fault. I didn't do it.
That's affirmative.
That's affirmative.
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 That's
Excellent.
affirmative.
That's affirmative.
That is affirmative.
That is
affirmative.
That is affirmative.
If there's one Jedi left, it's not you.
Oh.
That is affirmative. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Good.
Excellent.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Good.
All right.
Hold. Aren't you a little short for a Wookiee? That's affirmative. Wait. What? All right, Wookiee. You can't hide for long.
I shaved and it's fine.
No.
No.
You enjoy your day now.
Yes, sir.
Move along.
Move along.
We need a secure perimeter.
That was some new stuff. I hadn't heard some of that before. That was hilarious. Hopefully you caught a lot of that. But having those stormtrooper interactions are the best. Yeah, they were really on my case for that one. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I was hoping we'd get some stormtrooper interaction here. They're the best. The total entertainment. And of course, I don't know if you can see in here, but there's helmets from like Hoth and Endor and stuff like that. We've got some explosives there. A lot of packs. You see a Scout Trooper helmet. Got a lot of stuff from what I would say Empire Strikes Back in this one. But yeah. I did not know if I made a Wookiee sound that they would think I was a Wookiee. I love it. That's a new one. They keep surprising me. I wonder if any one of those was one of the people that was with the John and Julie, the video that we made. If one of them was the Aren't You Clever? Because they did say Aren't You Clever in that. So it could be. So over here in this corner, this is a nice little like photo area if you need to like have a little. It's usually kind of out of the way. Nice little stairway there. Let's see. Yeah, they got to keep me on my toes. Let's head back to the Falcon real quick. I'm curious if there are any characters out. No, hide. I'm messing it up. Okay, there we go. All right. By the way, in a couple weeks, not Next week, it's going to be dark because I will be in France. But the week after, we're going to have an entire podcast on collecting, and specifically Star Wars collecting. Everything from Kenner toys to Legos to lightsabers to Funko Pops to you name it. If it's a Star Wars kind of collectible, we are going to have something on that. There are no characters out at the moment. We're just getting another glimpse of the Falcon because it's the best thing ever. All right, let's head back to the First Order area. Still laughing about those stormtroopers. But yeah, the collectible stuff is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I'll have to figure out how logistically I'm going to do that for my own collection because most of it's in 2 different rooms. So that's a me problem, not a you problem. Well, I had Darth Veritas asked if they still have the. He's not going to be watching this, but so they still have the Coke bottles and stuff like that as like looking like little detonators, and yes, they do. They still have that. And yeah, fireworks at the Falcon are the best. If you ever have a chance to do fireworks and be at the Falcon, you don't get the music, but like the fireworks going off over the Millennium Falcon, it just has this whole Return of the Jedi yub nub type of feeling to it, and I love it. This is also a great backdrop for photos and stuff like that. To do the little like lightsaber shot at night is a good one there. John pictured that for me on that. Of course, we've got this. I'm not. It's like kind of a TIE interceptor. I forget exactly what the name of this is, but it was designed for Rise of Skywalker, but never used. So this was going to be in a movie, but instead they used it for Galaxy's Edge because they didn't want to have the design go to waste. But it was supposed to be, I'm guessing, Kylo's or something. Fireworks during certain times of the year they only happen on weekends, but then certain like holiday times they'll happen during the week as well. I currently am not sure because it's summer if they're happening during the week, but once it hits 9 p.m. today, when I'm at home, I'll be able to tell you because I can see and hear the fireworks from my place. I mean, they're small, but I can see them. November, December, yeah. I honestly, I forget what the actual like scheduling of that is, but they do have fireworks during the week at certain times of the year. And of course, we've got our little droid area. There we go. The the droids that are all taken apart here, and this little donk droid right here that's not doing so well. You got the probe droid there. You got some U1s, a little cage, stuff like that. You got droid heads hanging for some of it up here. Yeah, we're hanging around. So we've got that. Actually, pardon me for a moment. Slightly parched, so I'm going to lean down and get some water real quick. You're going to see my head disappear for a moment. And we're back. Okay. This is like doing a live podcast out in the wild. It's interesting. All right. So I'm going to be passing the Droid Depot here. And one of the entrances, by the way, there are actually 3 entrances to Galaxy's Edge. So if you're curious how to get in or out, there's no like direct path to get into Galaxy's Edge, which is, I understand the design, but when you're just trying to beeline it to Galaxy's Edge, it's a little annoying. This is the entrance to the First Order area. This is my favorite entrance to bring people through the very first time, and the reason is we're going to see the outside of this. I'm asking Julie, 3 what? What are there are 3. Oh, yeah, 3 entrances. Yes, thank you. Context. This is my favorite one because of this. because it has this whole thing. And through these entrances here, through underneath here, there's a whole sound change that happens, but also the walls change from wood, which is from Frontierland, all the way into Galaxy's Edge, that becomes more Batuu, and like you do this like whole kind of transition. Two of the entrances have that, but then the second entrance, the sound curtain. Thank you. The sound curtain is really cool. The second one is over here by the Droid Depot. Walking here. By the way, this is where you get your the first order area. This is where you get your blue or green milk, which I have not had since Galaxy's Edge first opened, because when I had it, I didn't realize how sweet it was going to be, how much sugar, and it smacked me in my face because I'm not used to having drinks with quite that much sugar punch to my face anymore. Used to be, but yeah, it's like got slapped by a Rancor is basically what it did. Yeah, so much sugar. And if you're looking for that, great. If it's a hot day like this, I'm pretty sure one of those milks would be fantastic during the day. Yeah, this is the second entrance over here. This is the middle one. The middle one by the Droid Depot is here, right there. So that's your other one. But we've got the Droid Depot, and I might as well walk through the Droid Depot as we're going. By the way, if you're ever here, something you can do is there's an app called Play Disney. It's an actual Disney app, but it's used for the parks, and the Play Disney works at both this park as well as Walt Disney World. I'm not sure if it works at the other ones, but in it there is a Star Wars data pad, and you see those droids interacting right now. Is that and going? Is that there's a Star Wars data pad, and in that data pad you can do different things on that app. And my favorite thing to do is hack ships and droids. So basically, you get on, it's Bluetooth, so you have to have your Bluetooth turned on, and then you basically solve a little game or a little puzzle, like a pretty easy one, and it hacks the ships and droids, and then the ships and droids make noise. All the ships, it works on all the ships, and some of the droids. So these droids, and there's different ones that you can activate, and they do different things. So, whoa, all right, making noises at me. How dare you, sir? Go gonk. Okay, we're entering the Droid Depot. This is the initial, first store area. And then this is the actual little build a droid. And up there, it's like little things. I found a C-3PO up there. There's some Easter eggs here. You can see there's a medic droid. You've got the little, I'm going to forget certain names of them, trying to say things. Got those pit droids. Thank you. Thank you, me. And then there's a K2 unit, not a K2SO, but a K2 unit in there. Most of them are kind of taken apart and everything. And I know some of you will appreciate this, is that this is very tempting. It's very tempting to get a little chopper. If it was life size, I would definitely get that. But a little chopper there. You can get a Babu Frick here. A little Babu Frick. That's it. Babu Frick. Yeah. A little R2. And then the other one that's very tempting. I don't see him. Oh, must not have him in stock right now. Is what do I want to say? BD1. BD1 from Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order. They do have BD1 here sometimes. All right. So as we're going along, I know I want so many of the things, but I have to spread out my money for all my geek things, because now things. Yes, What's unfortunately? Oh, Disney didn't ruin Star Wars. I mean, you could have that opinion, but I don't have that opinion. This is the lightsaber building area. This is where Savi's workshop did that. I will say, anybody who says Disney ruined Star Wars was not old enough in the prequels to remember that everybody was claiming that George Lucas ruined Star Wars, and they didn't stop saying George Lucas ruined Star Wars until Disney bought Star Wars, and then they just passed the buck, saying, "Oh, now Disney ruined Star Wars." Even though for years people said George Lucas ruined Star Wars, and now people are like, George Lucas is God, a deity, and anything George wanted or said is what is. So fans are fickle. I don't really dig on that kind of mentality. You can like what you like. You can dislike what you dislike. That is not for me, honestly. So this is bounty hunting. Time John and Julie were here, we did some bounty hunting, and that was pretty fun. I'm gonna have Julie hop on here soon, and we can talk some Disney Galaxy's Edge stories. But some of it has to do with bounty hunting. Oh yeah, one last little thing before I bring Julie on here. I wanted to have a friend come on to talk about their Galaxy's Edge experiences as well. Here's a land speeder. Not Luke's in particular, but it's the same type of land speeder. Let me get in the shade here just so I can see if I can get out of the way here and bring Julie on. By the way, thanks for hanging with me and dealing with this whole like shaky cam thing. I know it's annoying sometimes. All right. In this app. All right. Julie, I see Julie in the wings. Are you ready? Okay, I got a thumbs up. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works. Julie.
Hello there.
Hello
Hi.
there. Hi, I can hear you. Okay, that's good.
Good.
It's so weird doing this on my app, doing this on just my phone.
No, you're killing it. This is awesome. It's like, I mean, for me, I'm like, I'm so excited to go back to Disneyland in a few months. So,
and you're gonna be coming back here for November, December time period, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, to all of you that are interested, Disneyland people, is that Ray Day, which is December 1st. Ray Day, we restarted last year. It's a day that Disney started in the lead up to The Last Jedi, and it's basically like, celebrating a character and a legacy and all that. But Ray Day is going to be, I'm going to put together an event here on December 1st and do like a scavenger hunt, do a lightsaber meetup, do all that stuff. So put it on your calendar, December 1st this year. And and hopefully you and John will be around for that. Or at least you. I don't know if is John in the the travel plans?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm currently working on a Ray cosplay. You saw part of it last year, but I've got a person lined up to make a leather belt for me, so I can get like a better belt, and so I'll slowly kind of build up the cosplay. So I don't know about cosplaying at the event, but I'll probably bring like elements of it.
Disney bounding is kind of the thing to do here. Yeah. And of course you've seen Julie several times, but John and Julie last 2 years together, and of course Sarah was with us on this last one as well, the Phoenix Squadron, and
Can you say that again? Sorry, you're just cutting out just a little bit.
Can you hear me?
I can now, yeah.
Do you have a favorite Galaxy's Edge memory or memories?
We have to stay together.
Ooh, yes, I have a few. So for me, I think seeing the Millennium Falcon for the first time was one of my favorite things. Our dear friend Peter took my phone and videoed behind me as I walked through into Batuu for the first time. through the sound curtain and kind of explored through by the Kylo Ren ship and underneath the big the big canopy thing, and then you see the Falcon for the first time. And of course, I'm just like, here's cutting onions. I'm just crying because it's absolutely just the most beautiful thing. Huge, and it's life size. It's absolutely stunning. So seeing the Falcon for the first time was really special. And probably my second favorite, or maybe first favorite in no particular order, was when the Rise of the Resistance ride opened for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And I got to go with you and a crew of people to the park just a few days after the ride opened, and all of us were trying to get on the ride, and you could hear people, because basically you could be in a group and everybody was on the app trying to get a spot, and they only had so many spots for the day. And so you could hear groups of people in the park just kind of screaming as they got spots. So you could hear the screams kind of coming from all around us, and then all of a sudden we got boarding group 38, which Fulcrum here was able to get on his app. And so that moment of being able, getting it, and also seeing the ride for sure, but like getting it was really special. So.
It was the most stressful experience, but then exciting. But so with that, is that when they first opened Galaxy's Edge, they started this boarding group thing, and it went live at exactly 7 a.m. let's say. And you had to be in the park to do it. So you had to be scanned into the park to do this initially. And the tickets, the boarding groups for the day booked up in a matter of a couple seconds. That is not an exaggeration. A couple seconds. And if you didn't get it within that couple seconds, if you were slow on the clicking or anything, so that's why it's stressful. And then when you're doing it, you're clicking, you're trying to click through things, because it's not just a one button thing. You have to click through a couple different things to do it. And you start to hear other people in the park cheering. You're like, oh no, we're never going. Your brain is thinking it's the end of the world. My friends came from all over the world and they're going to be so disappointed, because there was no standing in line. It was the boarding group or nothing.
Yeah.
But 38, we did pretty good.
Yeah. It was a good time. Yeah, so many just lovely memories of the park, of you folks hassling me because I'm terrible at flying the Falcon. I'm so bad at it, but they make me do it all the time so they can laugh at me.
It's hilarious. It's to see somebody constantly running into everything is like, if you don't care about scoring the highest possible and you're looking for entertainment value, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh no, we do not score the highest points. If that is your goal, please do not put me in the flying seat. No. Yeah, and the food there's really great. I mean, there's lots of really cool stuff flying the Falcon. It is hard, Margot. It's so. Yep. I did bring some. I have some because I'm not there with you, but I thought that I would wear. They are. These are the ones designed by Ashley Eckstein. I picked them up online in anticipation of our next trip. So.
I think
I thought I would wear my Ewok ears, and I have my little buddy.
Oh, little Loth cat.
Yeah, my little Loth cat. Yeah, so I have some friends here.
They don't cats here for a little bit now. And I asked them.
Really?
If the Loth cats are going to be coming back, and they were basically saying with the new show coming out, there's a, it would be unlikely that they wouldn't be back for that, and but it could be a supply and demand thing. So
sure.
Take them away, and then when there's a show coming out, you add them back, and then everybody wants it. Yeah. They do that.
Yeah, for sure.
All the time.
Yeah, they
it's
have
a
really.
McDonald's.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they had a version of this that was that was blue as well. It was like the Tuca cat that I almost bought when I was there, but I thought I don't need both.
Well, I mean,
yes.
I mean, is need the right word, or is the line of thinking more Does your Loth cat need a friend?
You know what? You bring up an excellent point, Nick.
It's it because Loth cat can get lonely because I'm pretty sure your cats would not take kindly to the Loth cat.
No, they didn't like him. I think I introduced them, and they just were like, "What is that?" I do not like that. So my Loth cat sits on my shelf, high up, away from them.
Yeah, there's a lot of things here. Like I look at stuff and I'm like, oh, I totally want that, but I have to edit my.
Oh yeah.
Like I haven't gotten a lightsaber here for a long time, but when Yoda's came out, I had and stuff, so I was like, I need Yoda's lightsaber. Like of all, spend that much on something that is so small. Sorry, I see Ray, so I'm gonna see if I can talk to Ray as well. She might be occupied, but we'll find out. Sorry, switching hands here. But yeah, let's see if we can. Yeah, I'll give it a moment. People are talking, taking a picture. I'm gonna see if I can find characters today because there's going to be a certain point soon where they stop coming out kind of early evening, and we're getting towards that point. Yeah. What was it? Oh yeah, Yoda lightsaber. But I love it. It's it came with a display, so I'm happy, and I feel good because it was birthday money. It wasn't my money that I earned. It was birthday money.
I support your life choices, pal. Yeah. No, your lightsaber collection is pretty epic. So.
Hello, Ray.
At least I know I can trust you.
Yes. You can trust me. Yes. HoloNet, Ray, HoloNet.
Hello.
Yes.
If anyone out there is interested in joining the Resistance, we can really use all the help we can get.
Yes, we definitely need that. We talked to Vi earlier, and definitely looking for those fighters out there.
Listen, if I trust you, then I know that.
Yes. We are one with the Force. Yeah.
No. Always looking for more advice as well. I mean, I'm still training, that's for sure.
I mean, you're farther along than I am, so yes. I'm like you've got the staff there.
I do.
I'm pretty proficient.
I opted for a staff instead of a lightsaber today, just because I thought the lightsaber might draw too much attention, and then I get unwanted stormtroopers gathering around, and that's no fun. So.
But this you can use anytime you need.
It's true, and I've had it my whole life. So it's quite
exactly. Special. It's like part of your arm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. And there's Ray. I don't know how much you heard because of the microphone, but I should have. You heard it?
Yeah,
okay.
no, it's good. It's good.
That's good. I'm gonna walk this way to see if Chewie's around. Maybe not, but it's Chewie.
He gives the best hugs.
He does. Best hugs, and like R2 does come out as well. So R2 comes out here and there, which is fun. Last time R2 came out, had like a whole conversation with R2 and his two handlers, and that R2 was like talking up that like he's like a rebellion. I do see Chewie. I don't know if Chewie's gonna come over this way, but he was talking about like R2 was talking up like how he was kind of a resistance rebel hero, and that like he was far superior to everyone else. Like total R2, just like oh, I'm the best. Of course I'm the best. Like what are you? Why would anybody else? Yeah.
He's a sassy droid.
Sassy droid. I know. My favorite sassy droid. And I like a lot of the droids. But, I mean, it's still R2-D2. You know what I mean? All right. We do have a Chewbacca. Yeah. There's Chewie.
Chewie!
Chewie, say hello. Hello.
Come on, they don't sign. Mona.
Come on, Gavin. This way.
I love it. Chewie says hi, everybody.
Hi, Chewie.
Yeah, the only thing left on my list today is Kylo and R2D2, but I don't think we'll get R2 at this point in time. I'm just wandering now. I'm just talking to a friend.
That's great.
All right.
Did we see Fennec Shand and
Sorry, what's that?
Boba Fett? Do they still have Fennec Shand and Boba Fett?
Yes. Oh, sorry,
out?
Fennec also.
Yeah.
Fennec is around a good amount, actually. Of course, we got
Okay.
Boba and Mando here, but I haven't seen them today, but I think it's really at a time period where they're not out so much. Also, it's got to be so hot in those suits, like Chewie's suit, to be in that.
Yeah.
Not to ruin the illusion, people, sorry. I'm spoiling the...
Wait, that's not the real Chewbacca?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't mean to break the fourth wall. That was Chewie, and Chewie and I are best friends.
Obviously.
I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be replacing Han as Chewie's pet. So I will be Chewie's new pet. I'm pretty sure Han Solo was Chewie's pet.
Absolutely.
So while I have you here, the Ahsoka trailer, you just watched it before this podcast.
Yes.
What are your initial trailer reactions to that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the biggest one, and I mean, you talked about it earlier, was Sabine. So, is she a Force user? Like, what's going on with that? And the talking about the training and stuff like that. So, and like why Ahsoka abandoned her. That seems like, I don't know. Like, I want to know why, especially with how she kind of abandoned Anakin, but left the Jedi Order. So, what would make her leave Sabine and Thrawn, or is that Ezra, or what is that? Why she would do that. So I'm really curious about that. And
Yes.
and also the other Force users that are in there basically saying I'm not a Jedi. Like kind of what their backstory for the like the villains of the series. I'm really curious about them. So those were kind of the big ones. I mean, I guess we got a little bit more dialogue there, but you probably have analyzed it more than I have. But yeah, I quickly watched it before this because I'm like, if we're going to be on it, we're probably going to talk about it.
There's certain things in it, like there's, for the first time in live action, an E-wing.
Oh, you just cut out. Oh no.
It's the one like where Sabine's flying next. Sorry, asking this long. I'm very happy. Another
yeah.
Easter egg. So up here on this ship up here, one of them is you'll have to zoom in on another video, but one of them is 77 and the other one is 83. Wait, I need to step further away so you can get the right angle. There we are. Over here. All right. Yeah, on the basically on the crates, it was 77 and 83, which are the years of A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. But in the food area here, there's another crate that's kind of dropped down, so it's inside the actual facility. There's an 80 for Empire Strikes Back. I'm gonna go into the to the docking bay 7. All right. God, I love it. Automatic doors. Gotta use the Force. All right. Oh yeah, you can see it. There, 80. It's probably reverse in the camera, so it probably says 08. I'm gonna walk through now. Oh my goodness, air
And
glorious.
Are you inside the restaurant, or are you by the turn droid?
It smells great and air conditioning feels great. So
yeah, their food is really good too.
Yeah. There's a couple of things in here I like to get when I haven't brought my meal.
Yeah.
Also, this little table right here. That's a X-wing wing.
Ooh, I actually don't think
Yeah.
I've seen that.
I mean, it's a table that looks like
Sure.
an X-wing wing, so it's not to scale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not fair. It's a scale, it'd be huge.
I know. What are they doing? Galaxy's Edge. Come on, make it to scale. Nerds are very picky. And then, of course, over here, this is Ronto Wrap area, another faster little place to get something, but they're tasty.
You
And,
can also order those on the app, and then you can kind of like pick a time for folks that are going. And it's so much faster than standing in line. It's like game changer for food because you just pick a time on the app and then go up to the counter. It's awesome.
Easter egg wise, this little droid here you can see in Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi, and this little cooking called Ronto is a pod racer engine. So a little pod racer engine there. I don't know. The more you know. Da, 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 da.
And the droid goes, turn, turn.
Sorry, it's going to be noisy for a moment while I move through here. All right. We're now in the shops. I'm going to head towards space. We're in the shop. Anybody want to see anything in the shops? Let me know. Yeah.
We should go to the adoption center.
Okay, we're gonna go see the Love Cat here. But here's the little toy shop, the Toydarian toy shop. There's like little marionette Easter eggs there. Let's go say hi to the sleeping Love Cat. Here we are. Got all the critters. Yeah.
You on live, bro?
Yeah.
How many people are on there?
Just a few people. Yeah. So it's a YouTube. Yeah. Thing. Yeah. There's our sleeping Love Cat. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah. All the aminals. Oh, here's this frog dude. And then, of course, over here we have, well, not to scale, but the speeder used in Solo. We got that there. And, of course, we've got speeder bikes, like in Return of the Jedi, up above that. And I don't know about the top one. I don't know where that's from. I should know. I mean, if I could live here, I wouldn't. There's too many people. But if I can get rid of the people, that'd be great.
I just sleep on the
Do you ever
balcony.
feel that way about some places? You're like, it's a special place, but if only there weren't other people.
Yeah.
No offense to other people out there. I love you. But some and our people, you know. Those two this time. Vodka.
Hi. You got one for me.
And you're heading towards Rise of Resistance?
What'd you say, Julie?
Oh, just you're heading towards Rise of the Resistance?
Yeah, I'm almost there. Just to like see the X-wing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to be standing in the line for Rise of Resistance. That I sometimes do TikTok lives, and I go in line and chat with people in line, and then take them on the ride. So I do that every once in a while. But that all depends on how long the line is. All right, Resistance space area. Oh my God, the sun. It's like Tatooine here. I don't know why my big bright idea of like, hey, I should do a live at Galaxy's Edge when it's blazing hot. That's a great idea.
Yeah. During one of the hottest times. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's important. You know, I got to create the experience for everyone.
You're doing it for the people.
All right, here is your X-wing, and you can hack the X-wing. That X-wing there. Oh my God, that's so bright. And we're gonna go over to the A-wing.
sometimes they'll do the characters will also be working on the ships and stuff, which is really cool. So they're kind of doing their thing. Like Ray will be up there.
You'll have Chewie trying to like bang on things to try to figure it out.
Yeah, which is
What's
great.
going on? Here's your A-wing. Not your A-wing, but an A-wing. You know.
I thought you were giving me an
You didn't-
A-wing.
You don't seem like if you were choosing a ship, you would not choose an A-wing.
No. John
So,
really likes the
yeah.
A-wings. Yeah, I would choose the Falcon.
At least there's like a sleeping area.
Yeah.
And like,
Or,
there's a
like-
hollow table.
Yeah, the Falcon or like Ghost. Which somebody
Yeah.
told me was bigger than the Falcon. The Ghost is bigger than the Falcon.
That's a good question. I haven't done a to scale look at that. I know they have
Said
like
that to
the
me, and I was like, "What?
the
No
comparisons online.
way!" I know. I need to do some research on it again because I think I looked it up and I was like, "There's no way that that's bigger." But apparently, it's bigger. And I'm like,
I mean, the Falcon is a nice little hamburger, but I
yeah.
don't know. Oh yeah, the wait time is 75 minutes.
Oh yeah.
If it's 60 or under, I definitely think about it sometimes.
Yeah.
But everybody wonders like if I come here all the time, like every day or some type of thing. In general, these days, I maybe get here once a week, and I come here for 2 hours. I make videos. It's nice to get some. Things are busy, and but if I could be here more often, I would. But that's okay. I gotta make a living, right? And I have to save up for Star Wars Celebration 2025.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice having the annual pass. Oh yeah, are you going to Japan?
I mean, that is because so Star Wars Celebration, for those of you that don't know, is obviously the big basically Comic-Con of Star Wars, and the last couple of years they happened back to back as far as years, but I think they're going back to every other year now. So it's going to be in 2025, but they announced that it's going to be in Japan, and tickets and travel to Japan are insanely expensive. So as soon as they, people in the chat saying things. What do we need to look into? I lost track of the chat. Walking around, multitasking, trying not to run into people. Like, skill I have to develop. But there's a nice little photo op area as well. I'm not going to disrupt their photo, but you can see they're actually doing photos. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ghost versus Falcon. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Let me switch arms here. Arm switched. It's getting tired holding up the phone.
Need to work out more.
The life of a YouTuber. Hey, by the way, if anybody out there, if anybody actually wants to put a bunch of my videos into a playlist, YouTube playlist, and let them run, I'm trying to get to a point where I can monetize YouTube. And to do that is a pain in the bantha. Just play my videos, not the shorts, the regular videos. Just create a playlist and let them loop, and that'd be great. All right, I'm gonna sit here and actually have a chat with you for a moment. Just have walked around for a while. I found an empty table. Wow. I literally had to stake out a table for half an hour, 45 minutes, because people were just sitting at the tables and not doing anything or going anywhere. One dude was just taking a nap, with his shoes off.
That's hilarious.
And what's funny is that I spent a total of a couple minutes there before we started walking around. So spent all the time to wait for a table when I didn't even utilize it.
That's a bold move to take a nap. Was he by himself?
It was seemed like possibly a grandpa with grandkids.
Oh sure, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so grandkid was on the phone doing whatever.
Yeah.
Well, kids doing
Just takes a nap.
But yeah. So going back to that trailer. A couple things with that is that there is a moment in the trailer when Baylan is saying, Anakin spoke highly of you, when he's saying that to Ahsoka.
Yeah.
There is a Darth Vader breathing in the background.
Really?
So if you like listen to that moment, you can hear just that.
No way.
That one moment. And so like with the Rosario posting about Force Ghosts today, and then we know like Hayden's probably in this show.
Mm-hmm.
What does it all mean? Like, are we getting Force Ghosts? Are we getting also flashbacks?
Yeah.
Are we getting any of that? Is it going to be a big like, haha, just kidding? I need to know.
Teasing you. Yeah, I have to watch it again. And I also knew that you would deep dive it. So, and we hadn't actually chatted about it because you messaged me and said, have you seen it yet? And I actually hadn't seen it yet. So yeah, watch it just right before. So, I'm so excited. And they're releasing, I saw 2 episodes are coming out on the 23rd. So I will be up until 3 a.m.
Well, I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be because they drop at midnight here.
Yeah, which is 1 for me.
In California, and so I'm gonna be up for those 2 episodes. And I'm guessing, let's say it's an hour and a half worth or 2 hours, however long the episodes are. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be filming reaction to that, then editing them, then uploading them. So I'm not going to get much sleep that night.
No.
And then podcasting the next day, because Secret Transmissions is the next day. Which will be great. So 2 things for those who like to tune in is that when the Ahsoka show comes out, definitely try to watch the episode before Secret Transmissions so we can talk about it, because like we're going to need to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if you have a chance to do that, that's great. We'll probably do a talking about Rebels leading up to Ahsoka. I need to schedule that out, but so in 2 weeks we're going to do the collector stuff. John's going to be on there, and I got some other friends coming on as well. And then after that, I think we might do some like Rebels watch along stuff. So like watch this amount of episodes, and then we'll talk about maybe like season 1, and then next week season 2. So even if you haven't watched Rebels, it'll at least catch you up on what happens each season.
Yeah.
So we'll have some of us on here who will like to talk about it and kind of give a summary of what's going on. But it's going to be really interesting when we get to the Sabine story arc to look at that again.
Yes.
And to look at it with a possible different lens that Sabine is now has been trained some way by Ahsoka.
Yeah. Especially with the like Darksaber stuff. Yeah, I'm interested. And I mean, if you haven't watched, I guess that was a little spoiler, but if you haven't watched Star Wars Rebels, it's a fantastic series, like start to finish. It is, absolutely fantastic. Really well written. Yeah, it's great characters.
If you haven't watched Clone Wars, which is the other animated show, the other main animated show, it is 7 seasons long, and I'm sure there's an easier, like condensed stuff that you can get through, but it's very unlikely unless you have a lot of time that you're going to get through that. There is a couple story arcs that I would recommend for that. We'll talk about that, but because there's another character, Huang, which is a droid voiced by David Tennant. So Doctor Who voices this droid and voiced it in Clone Wars as well, the show. But Huang is in this trailer a couple times, which is awesome. Like you see a moment of Hera walking up to Ahsoka's ship, and Ahsoka and Huang are coming off the ship, and it's going to be a fun tie-in because of this book series called Alphabet Squadron. If you haven't read it, it's actually a good series, and Hera is in it, and not one of the main characters, but in the last book actually becomes one of the main characters. So Hera's a lot in that 3rd book, which that 3rd book, oh my god, they threw down. Like, 1st book, I'm like, that was fun. 2nd book, I'm like, okay. 3rd book, I'm like, oh my god, what? They did not hold back on this book. All right. I find that a lot of the canon books and everything else, they hold back too much because like they're not trying to like break canon. Like when the EU, when they were writing the EU, they were like, we're gonna break everything. Who cares?
Yeah.
We're just gonna write whatever we want. Chewie gets crushed by a moon, no problem. Yeah, that's how Chewie goes out.
I actually had that. We're just discussing that with somebody the other day, and I was like, "What? No, what?" I didn't know what the circumstances were around it, but.
So I'm going to bring things back to Galaxy's Edge for a moment, because I'm sitting next to the bounty hunter area.
Yeah.
And Julie here also did bounty hunting, which you have to finish the bounty hunting. Yeah. So those magic bands, Julie's got one there, and there's different magic bands. I've got one. I've got mine here. I'm not utilizing it at the moment, but I've got mine's Grogu. Mine's a Mando Grogu one.
Yeah, Grogu. I got the droids one, which is tracks for me.
So the magic bands cost like between $35-$45, and you can do different things with it. Honestly, unless you're actually going to utilize it, they're not worth it. But like the bounty hunter game was super fun to do with friends. So if you're going to do that, kind of run around the park, it's super fun to do that. But the bounty hunting game, basically you use the watch, you scan in over there. It gives you a bounty. It shows you who you're going after. And basically the watch, it blinks green when you're going in the right direction and red when you're going in the wrong direction. And the more wrong you are, the faster the red gets. The more right you are, the faster the green gets. You scan them on the doors, and you actually have to use a phone app. So you have to use the that play Disney mentioned earlier, and then there's a separate game, not the data pad. It's the bounty hunting game on it, bounty hunter or something or other. And then it's a fun little thing where you scan the door, and you find your bounty. You go back, you collect your bounty reward, but the coins, the whatever you get for that bounty hunting game, does transfer to your data pad. They don't get you anything. It's more of a pride thing. Like It's just like a fun little nerd thing. Like you don't actually get like goods for that. It might be different at Walt Disney World. There might be stuff you might get if you finish the bounty hunting game there, but like not here Disneyland. But so many people complain when so one of my top videos on TikTok is from the bounty hunting game. And like so many people complained, like, because it was a video of like what happens on the very last bounty, and like what bounty do you get, what happens. I didn't say what do you get. I was like, here's what happens during the final bounty. And so many people complained, like, that's it? They don't give you like an actual like thing, and it's like it's just a game. It's how many games do you play where like you finish like Jedi Fallen Order and they like give you a lightsaber? That doesn't happen. Like it's a game online.
They gift you one of the lightsabers. Oh my gosh, they would lose.
I know, like what are they gonna? I mean, I know people just want something, and they're like, oh, Disney sucks because like they're so cheap. They created this game for you. They created the experience so you can have fun at the park. Like they spent time and money to create this. Whether you like it or not is something else. But like.
Well, I think it goes to like, the whole thing about Disney, Batuu specifically, and like Disneyland as well, is it becoming more immersive. So I think, if you're only going to go to the park once or for one day or maybe a day or two, and you don't plan on going regularly, maybe you don't spend the money on the Magic Band, but like, I go regularly enough, even though I don't live there. So now it's just an extra thing to be there.
Thank you. Wait, say this is on YouTube. Say hi to everybody.
Hey guys.
So somebody who wanted to say hi.
That's fine. I think it's just like it's something extra that's immersive for that area. So I think that's really cool. And it's a fun little souvenir, and you can play it again, and then you get to kind of run around and do a bunch of stuff in Batuu, which was we went and had an afternoon of it, and it was a great time.
So when we did this is hilarious. So it's the three of us. It's Julie, myself, and John, and like we're playing this game, and sometimes our bounties are different directions. Sometimes we went with each other for it, but every single time that Julie went to go do something else or see something else, every single time, what we had amazing character interaction.
Every time.
One of them was Julie went off like towards the droid depot or something, and then Mando and Fennec came up to us, just the two of them, nobody else around, and of course Grogu, and we just talked for a bit, like about bounty hunting. They were like asking us about our bounties and like giving advice, and like I get to give Force advice to Grogu.
I could not believe I've been wanting to see Grogu live there like the whole day, and every time I went to go to the bathroom, I bought this hoodie. I went to go buy this hoodie, and I came back and I missed Grogu, but I got the hoodie, but I missed Grogu.
Yeah.
It's so mad.
And there was something else that happened too, but like every single time. So now we were kind of like, hey Julie, don't you need to go do something?
I was like, you two
like, no,
are
I'm
not
leaving
leaving
your
my
side
side
anymore.
Like, this is bullshit.
My one thing that they're doing better at Galaxy's Edge, little by little, is that, especially in the beginning, is that my one complaint was that there weren't more characters and like aliens or anything like that around. And that's the one thing they do at Avengers Campus, is that there's characters out all the time. Right. Granted, that's kind of the only thing that part has. Like, there's nothing else to Avengers Campus, so like they have to have characters. But and they're doing better now. They keep bringing in characters here and there. But I mean, oh my God, if they brought Ahsoka into this,
that'd be
I would lose.
wild.
I would lose everything. Like, Codename Fulcrum is all because of Ahsoka. They won't.
It's like you
but
like
if they
that
did,
character. It's like you maybe like that character a little bit.
Ahsoka would be too much makeup and stuff like that for.
Sure.
To put on. I gotta imagine that being a pain. Having done makeup for Ahsoka the morning of the Star Wars Celebration for the Ahsoka panel, doing that for the first time there. I gotta learn how to do that better. I gotta talk to some people about how to do better makeup, or like I gotta practice because I need to get my Ahsoka stuff together again to do more videos and stuff leading up to Ahsoka. I have to. Jen Markham last week was telling me, like, you need to post more Ahsoka things and do all the hashtags for it. You know, if you have any chance to like get to a premiere or anything like that, like you gotta post the things. So I'll never get to the premiere, but that's the dream. What's that?
Is that how you get to the premieres? You gotta like hashtag everything.
There's always the go-to people that they ask for certain things. Like there's certain like creators that they ask for a lot of stuff. I'm not really big time enough to someday hopefully. Like the whole reason for starting a lot of this stuff is to like be a part of the Star Wars community, and in hopes to get to do some of those things someday. There goes Vimerati behind me. Just like resistancing over there. All the resisting. Yeah.
Resistancing.
Yeah, all the resisting. That's what it is. Yeah. Once a resistance, always a. That doesn't work as well. That is a great quote for the trailer, though. Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Yes.
In the galaxy. I mean, what?
Yeah, I mean, if she's able to outmaneuver Darth Vader, yeah. Sorry, Anakin.
I mean, Luke couldn't do that by himself. It took Han Solo coming in to like save his life.
That's a good point.
Sorry. Yeah, the kid. And Ahsoka I gotta do that. I got it on. That's gonna be my so when I go to France next week, when I come back, diving into my Ahsoka cosplay and figuring that out, enhancing that. I have a whole series of videos that I plan to make. We talked about this on this a while back. Is that there's some new characters that I'm creating, and I already have the outfit for one of them. I ordered it and I got it. It's going to be a rebellion mechanic, like an actual a New Hope Rebellion mechanic, like the ones you see in Yavin. There, I got one of those outfits, but I got a little like
Nice.
mechanic name tag, like the mechanics have, and it says Randy. So it's going to be Randy the Rebellion mechanic. And I'll have like a backwards hat, like mechanics do. I've got a different hat
Yep.
for that says has a Rebel logo on it. And like he's gonna talk with like a New York accent.
Of course.
Hey, buddy, you
I'm
can't park that
walking
there.
here. Yeah, exactly. Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry. I'm walking here. No. I need to fix this droid over here. Come on, move your tuckers.
Excuse me, Mr. Skywalker. So it says here you're going to be flying my X-wing. Have you ever flown an X-wing before? You haven't. Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
And you're using that bucket of bolts as your astromech? What? You gotta get that thing clean sometime. And why? What is this?
So I'm gonna have some other characters in it. I'll splice in some like footage from like Han Solo talking to like Luke in A New Hope, and I'll splice that together to make it like the mechanic talking to Han. I'm also getting an X-wing pilot outfit to do that. Another video thing that I'm working on, and again, this is all like I'm getting the stuff for it. I just need to find the time to set up like a green screen and do the whole thing. So it's a whole like process, right, to film this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Is that I think I want to say either the mechanic was Sarah's idea or the Jedi was Sarah's idea. But like the worst Jedi ever, the worst like Jedi like Padawan, like who can't make Jedi Knight because just can't like pass the test. Just can't pass the trials. So he's just like a middle-aged like Jedi Padawan.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh.
And I plan to film it basically like The Office.
Yes.
Where you have like the moments and then the brief interview moments.
Yeah.
That's how I'm doing it. Oh yeah. It's great in my brain. One of those characters, I can't remember which one was Sarah's idea, so thank you, Sarah. But yeah.
You'll have to like remix the Office theme, but like Star Wars somehow. Do you have anybody that knows how to do that?
I mean, I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
I probably won't start with that, but like it'll have to evolve.
Yeah.
But,
that's great.
Yes, because like on YouTube, in order to get followers, one of the best ways is YouTube Shorts.
Right.
Is one of the best ways to do that. So if anybody's trying to develop YouTube, but to get monetization and to get like money is the long form stuff. So for example, like when this video, when I stop going live, it becomes one of those videos where like it could be monetized. I'm not there yet. Like I'll be there someday. But yeah, hopefully one day when I'm doing these things, I'll be able to earn a couple bucks.
You can add this video to your playlist of Fulcrum stuff, and then
exactly. Just like Julie says, add this to your like Codename Fulcrum playlist. Hashtag get Fulcrum monetized.
Hashtag money for Fulcrum.
I know. I mean, if I could, the dream being, if I could have like dance be kind of main job, but then be creator be also like that side job as well. That would be fantastic. That is what I'm trying to build up to do eventually. We'll find out. We'll see. But that's the dream, right? Not so much where like I want it to be a career. It's more, if I'm spending this much time the last couple of years doing all of this, it would be nice to like not lose a lot of money doing it constantly, and like balance that out. But then, I mean, my main objective was always to like get connected into the Star Wars fandom and the people and get connected. Like we've gotten to meet a lot of people from like TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that, and it's an awesome community. Speaking of which, like the earrings that you have on right now.
Yes, these are from Sky Girl Snips, who you can find on Instagram and Etsy, and she's so sweet. She was. We met her at Celebration in London, and she was giving them away, like pairs of her earrings, as just gifts for people, which was So kind. So I got some Ahsoka ones, and then I came home and went on her site and bought these Hera ones.
Yeah,
They're great, Margot. Did you get some?
Sarah has the Hera ones as well.
Yes.
She
Yeah,
wore
they're
them
just
too. Yeah.
super lovely. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say Sarah wore the Ahsoka earrings to when we saw John Williams at the Hollywood Bowl on Sunday.
Yes, that looked amazing. That's on my list.
I have to edit it. I've got footage to edit a little video together. It's gonna be like a little like maybe 2-minute snippet of like some of the best little moments, just like parts of the music. But like I've seen John Williams live at the Hollywood Bowl 3 times now.
Wow.
This is the 3rd time. And at all that time, it's kind of like, okay, what songs are they going to play? And you don't find out till that weekend. Like they don't announce any of it ahead of time. This was the first time in all that time where they finally played Jurassic Park. And like,
really?
I am a huge Jurassic Park fan. Like Jurassic Park is the time period where I wanted to be a filmmaker, and I chose dance instructor, so I chose the poorer path, for sure. But I kept my soul intact, and that's the important part. But yeah, so it was the first time, like we both got emotional during Jurassic Park. It was like hearing that live, incredible. We heard like Duel of the Fates. They had a choir for Duel of the Fates. Yeah. That was pretty spectacular to like see that live. And he's 90 years old. Like I didn't know he would do that anymore, but there we have it. Yeah.
How does one get tickets to that thing?
Well, I mean, as soon as they announce the weekend, because it's at the Hollywood Bowl, it's on the Hollywood Bowl website.
Okay.
And it was usually Memorial Day weekend every year, which was always for us an event weekend.
Yeah.
So it was always too difficult to make that. But then 2 years ago, that event wasn't happening, and so I could go again. But then this year they had it in July instead of September, so was able to make that. But yeah, I think you get a several month lead time into it, like a few months to figure it out. But again, I don't know how much longer he's gonna end up doing that because.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely keep that in mind if I can get tickets to go.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, exactly.
And a good namesake too, you know.
Are you related to John Williams?
I can't say we're related, but I'm not going to not say we're related. If somebody likes to make that association, who am I to stop them?
You could be related. You could totally be related.
I mean, we got the same last name. Oh, anybody who's out there, my last name is Williams. I don't hide that. With dancing, I'm already in the public. So, yeah, me being a Star Wars creator, like I'm already in the public for dancing. I mean, it's a swing dance world public, so it's not like none of us are famous, but like there's a worldwide network of dancers.
You're famous to me, Nick.
Oh, thank you. But I know some creators don't like to always have their names out there. They stick to their like username. It's kind of their identity. But for me, I'm kind of like, it's so weird. In dance world, people just call me by first and last name as like one word, and then in this world, in Star Wars world, they'll just say Nick, and it throws me off because I'm like, oh, it's refreshing. But it throws me off. So if you are just like you ever meet me, you can just call me Nick. It's fine. You could also call me Fulcrum. I'll answer Fulcrum too. Yeah.
Or I would call you codename _ Fulcrum as your full name, Esquire.
It's when I on TikTok, because I changed my name. Eventually, I first started off posting a few dance, and then eventually decided like, I'm gonna make this Star Wars because I want to live my nerd life on here, on TikTok. And in order to get codename Fulcrum, I needed to add the underscore to make it work, and I know a lot of other people add underscores, so I'm like, I did not realize, but it would be to tell people where to find you. Like, where do I find you? And you're underscore, and then it's worse on Instagram because I have to Nick underscore code name Fulcrum.
Mm.
Such murder.
Who's scruffy looking? I'm getting a little bit of lag.
It's so I got this microphone specifically to be a Galaxy's Edge for stuff, and like try to do this. But like, there's this whole like thing happening behind me with like audio. Like it's there's a speaker and there's things happening. It's like a radio show, and I don't know how much this mic is filtering out, but like I heard R2 scream in the background.
Oh, that's so funny. It's filtering out actually quite a bit. You can
Okay.
hear some of the ambient noise, and you can hear some people talking, but it's actually filtering out quite a bit.
Oh my god! I just realized this is so stupid. You're gonna think I'm a moron, but because I'm here on this, I did not realize that I could actually have the chat overlay.
Oh, I
You're
keep
on
looking
this.
over to my other screen.
I know. Could somebody
It's
type something so I could see what the chat overlay looks like? I haven't used Restream in months. This is what I'm using for this. I'm usually use my computer in OBS Studio. I'm wondering if any new comments pop up. It's always delayed, but I'm curious. There we go.
Oh,
Hi.
neat.
Oh, what a moron. I just learned something today, everybody.
You are a scruffy looking
yeah.
nerf herder. Look at you.
Yeah. Look at me. So obviously this looks a little bit different than my OBS setup, but like slightly different. Yeah. Oh my gosh, now I know I can do this. It's a game changer, everybody. I'm gonna do all my lives here now at no, I'm not gonna do that.
I know, this is really cool though. I honestly, I mean, and I've been to the park probably with you like half a dozen times or something, maybe in the last few years. Before the pandemic, a couple of years, and then the last year. But I mean, I love Disneyland, and I love specifically Galaxy's Edge. Like when we go, we usually do 2 days, and we'll do 1 day of the whole park, and then we'll do like just a Galaxy's Edge day.
So I'm going to take you once around the park again a little bit. Julie, is it all right if I let you go on the video so I can get a bigger close-up of the park?
Absolutely, yeah. It's so lovely.
Thank you so much for popping on. Just so you know, everybody, I was like last minute, I'm like, hey, Julie, can you jump on here? Because it would just be me talking to myself for a couple hours, which I can do. But it's the multitasking of like, I'm not on my computer. I'm walking around with a phone holding like this, trying to look at the chat. Again, feeling like a nerf herder going around doing this. But it ended up being a lot of fun. And for doing that, for popping on Galaxy's Edge and Ahsoka and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super happy to. Anytime. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to... There we are. All right. And we're back here. All right. So let's do another once around the park. If you have any questions by any means, I need the chat there. I can actually see the chat. I can't believe I didn't see that button early on. All right. You live and learn. Yeah, it's worked out fine. Again, I am walking by the... oh, by the way, there's a couple things about the Bounty Hunter thing. Bounty Hunter game, if you're watching this and you want to learn something. So this is the initial place where you go to the bounty hunting. Right there is where you scan the pass, and then you get your bounty hunting here. When you're coming back to get your bounty, you're actually going to slip your hand in there with the watch. And then, of course, this opens up and a guy talks to you. So that's how you do that. When I walk by one of the doors, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to activate it because the instructions are not good. All right. Of course, there's Savi's workshop. If you ever want to do the lightsaber build, workshop. A couple things about this: it did drop because lightsaber experience in building your lightsaber fun. Oh, you were at Walt Disney World last year. Yeah, they've had the Bounty Hunter game there actually longer than here. It's fun if you have the watch. You have to have the Magic Band Plus here. I'm guessing you'd have to have the Magic Band Plus at Walt Disney World as well. But they have it at both parks. Yeah, so Savi's Workshop, the lightsaber building experience is super fun. The lightsaber itself is big and bulky because you pick out a kyber crystal and you put in the kyber crystal, so like it ends up being a little chunky for that. But the experience is super fun. So you're really kind of paying for a little bit more of the experience plus having a souvenir, basically. But if you want to spin a lightsaber, that is not the lightsaber. It's great for display, not so good for spinning. Yeah, but the Bounty Hunter game, there are a total of 20 bounties for that. And basically, like, if you've been to Galaxy's Edge before, that's when it's fun to do the bounty hunting game. But if you're just here for a day, the bounty hunting game, if you just go nonstop, might take a few hours to complete. If you really go for it, couple hours, few hours, depending on how well you decide which direction to go. Yeah, it is a nice addition to Batuu. Now that the chat is up on the screen, I don't have to keep punching this stuff. This is great. I love it. My life has changed forever until next week when I'm back in my computer. Oh wait, no, I'm in France next week. The week after, back in my computer. Okay. So the thing with the bounty hunting game is that when you get to these doors, so you find the door and it's blinking like green, it's buzzing, it's going to kind of go in haywire. The idea being is that you're not going to be scanning the door, you actually scan this panel. So you do that, and then if it turns purple, then that's your door. And then you open the app and you stand back and you scan and do all that. And you have to tap the phone to the watch, kind of like Apple Pay type of thing. It's got that kind of element to it, but that's how you do it. But the instructions when they first give that to you at the Bounty Hunter game does not make sense, because you're trying to like scan the door and that doesn't work. You scan that panel and that's what does it. We're walking through the first order area, and it's much nicer now. There's less people. There's always this point in the day where there's less people at Galaxy's Edge and it starts to like clear out a little bit. If you ever come to Galaxy's Edge, definitely come during the day, but you have to come back at night, because the lighting that they do for Galaxy's Edge, the whole light setup is gorgeous. It looks like a completely different park at night. Definitely recommend coming back here at night. It is beautiful. So yeah, there is Kylo's ship again. Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous at night. And then of course, I'm gonna be walking by the cantina, doing all that again. Yeah, of course, they actually set up an area if you want to do fireworks by the Falcon. They'll like tape an area that you can like know where you're supposed to be, so you're not in the way of people trying to walk to the ride. The cantina, again, I've got TikTok videos and YouTube videos on how to get into it. Because they do reservations for all dining, I think 60 days in advance. And usually they go live at like 3 a.m. So it's so difficult to get a reservation for the cantina. Super diligent. But you can miss as far as being able to do that, but it's pretty into that cantina there. And we got over by the Falcon again. The Falcon is turning on right now. So trying to fly it. You won't really be able to hear it, but hear that, but the Falcon broke down. This mic probably filtered that out. Yeah, we're the right time for Falcon Smuggler's Run. is lower. I'm not going to go on any rides today. I'm just here to do the podcast. A couple things about the Millennium Falcon ride. Super fun, by the way. It's fun. It's interactive. It's great. My favorite part is actually once you walk through the line. Is like, first of all, Hondo Ohnaka. Hondo is, amazing character. Super fun. But you only get a few seconds, but to be on the Millennium Falcon, where the holo table is, and you can take a picture of the holo table, just kind of be in that area. But you have to be quick because they call your color really fast for you to actually board. So like when you get in that area, you got to be quick if you want the pictures and stuff. Because Hondo. Hello, my friends. People have been dying for Hondo to come into live action for a while. Everybody was hoping in the last show, Mando season 3, but maybe someday. Technically, Hondo is alive during all those shows because Hondo is alive during this time period. And this time period is about 30 years after Return of the Jedi, so Hondo could come into it. It's very true. The Smuggler's Run is fun. Rise of Resistance is super epic. Rise of Resistance, if you haven't been on it, it basically puts you inside an adventure. It puts you in a movie where you're a part of that. You go through this whole deal with the First Order, and I'm not going to say too much in case you've never seen it and don't want too many spoilers, but like it's a few rides put into one. There is one drop. It's not a big drop, but there is one drop. So if you can't handle any drops, it's not for you. If you're okay with one drop, and it's not like a ginormous drop, it's just one little moment. Definitely recommended. And there's really only two places right here to eat in Galaxy's Edge. Of course, you've got Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. That has most of the electrons. It's got lightsaber and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna walk through the shops here real quick. But the drop in Rise of Resistance makes it pretty epic. There are a couple hidden Mickeys on that ride. One of them is inconsistent. It depends on which. There's a few different rooms they could possibly put you in, and a couple of them have a hidden Mickey when you're going from one room to the next. And then there's a couple like blaster bolt hidden Mickey things. We're going through the shops, of course, Rondo's Roasters. Definitely, if you want like a lunch or a snack type of thing, it's great. You got all the shops here. There's a little popcorn snack area. You've got your basic Batuu merch here. And then you've got some of your costumes. Some of the costumes are in this shop. You got some Rey stuff, some Jedi stuff. Some of it is also in Doc Ondar's. And in Doc Ondar's, you do have some Ahsoka stuff as well as Kylo, some Rey stuff as well, and I think some Yoda stuff. Here's your toy shop. You got your toy shop. Oh, this is fun. So in the toy shop, you can get some Ewok stuff here. We got Boba Fett. Where? And of course, we looked in the pet shop already. And sorry, this is just the final grand tour. And usually here in the corner, you get some of the merch you find and some of the other stuff. You can just have it here. There's a fun little, there's a little wooden loaf cat and some wooden pork and a wooden Chewie down there. Wood workshop area. All right. One last adventure to the Resistance base area. But if you have interest in me doing any other Galaxy's Edge stuff in the future, as far as live podcast type stuff, let me know in the comments, write me a message, whatever it is, anything you want me to focus on or do. This was kind of just a general kind of, here's a lot of different stuff. But yeah, I'm totally up for doing more of this now that I know I figured all of this out, and it's great. But this also lets me know that I can do podcasts elsewhere, and not have to do it at home every single time. But yeah, again, after this, I'm terrible at self-promoting. I'm the worst. Remember to like this video if you can, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribing's great. But liking this video helps push things out there and lets things be seen a little bit more. These podcasts don't get too many likes, so they don't get out there as much as I would like. But X-Wing, here we are, our X-Wing. And I'm going to show Resistance Base. And of course, we have our A-Wing over there as well. And I mentioned there is a third exit or entrance. And that is, if you keep going past the Resistance Base, it's that direction. That takes you to the other side. So if you're in Disneyland and you're going towards Splash Mountain, or formerly Splash Mountain, going to be now Tiana's, I forget what the ride's going to be called, Winnie the Pooh, past Haunted Mansion, and all that. Like, you keep going that direction. And by the Hungry Bear, if you walk by, there's a little path. It's a little kind of going to be that way. It'll get you to Galaxy's Edge, but there's no reason why you would choose that entrance. That's this entrance here. And of course, you've got Rise Resistance. So, this area over here, that's your Lightning Lane entrance. And you have to buy a separate Lightning Lane ticket for that. So I think they're like $25 or $30 or something like that, just for this ride. But if it's a super packed day and you got a few bucks to spend, worth it, because sometimes this line gets insane. And then of course you got your general boarding over here. Yeah, so keep that in mind when you get a Lightning Lane for the day. It doesn't include that. You have to have a separate Lightning Lane ticket for certain rides, and Rise of Resistance is one of them, because they know they can charge for it, and they're going to charge for it. It is definitely a cash grab that Disney does, but sometimes when people are out of town and you just want to be like, you know what, I want to get through a lot of stuff. Let's just buy the thing. That's how they know they get you right there. They know you're going to be tired. They know they're just going to be like, you know what, let's just buy the thing. It's fine. We're all fine here now. But the Millennium Falcon does have a single rider. So if you don't want to wait in the line, you can do single rider. It goes pretty fast. Obviously, you don't get to be with the crew that you want. And most of the time you get put as an engineer in the back. So if you don't want to be an engineer, don't go in single rider. On a rare occurrence, you'll get something else like gunner for being on single rider, but you don't really get a choice for that. Yeah, but again, thank you for joining me. I did not know how this would work out today, because like podcasting from my phone, like it's really just, this is low tech right now. Like I've got a little like tripod that I'm holding on to. Got just at my phone, and it's opening a browser for Restream, just doing this thing, but it seemed to work. So I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Julie, for jumping on and getting to talk to a friend and an actual human versus me just talking to myself. People giving me crazy looks while I'm walking around here. It's fine. I'm used to it. I'm used to the crazy looks, you know? If you're a nerd like me, you're going to get the weird looks. It's part of life. You just go with it. But again, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Next week we are off because I'll be in France, and frankly, I'll be asleep when it's podcast time. I really hope I'll be asleep during podcast time. But then I come back. So in 2 weeks, we have the collectors panel. I'm really curious from some of you what it is you like or are interested in collecting. So hopefully I can get people on that will have that interest for you and might know something about the collecting world, because becoming a collector in certain things, it's a whole thing. Like, yeah, every single thing you want to collect. There's a whole world for that, and it's pretty insane. But yeah, that'll be in 2 weeks, and of course, then we're going to be leading up to Ahsoka. So my homework to you is to start watching Rebels. It is only 4 seasons. Each season has 20-something episodes. 4 seasons, definitely worth it. I know it's an animated show, but you don't have to watch the things before watching Ahsoka, but you will get far more out of it if you do. And when it comes to anything from Clone Wars, I'll put together maybe a small list of stuff that you can watch for that, just in case. But definitely try to watch Rebels if you can. You have a little over a month and a half to watch that. The first season takes a little bit to get into, but once you do, some of the best Star Wars storytelling there is, definitely worth it, and you will love the characters. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me from Galaxy's Edge. This was a nice little experiment to have, and I'm glad it happened. This is full